you feel that strongly about it, Spider, then I don't think you should go for the job.
We need the dosh.
There must be other jobs.
There are. I've looked.
I just don't want you to feel like you're selling out your principles for me.
Oh, yeah, that's really sweet. But we've got to look at this as a means to an end. A drastic measure, but a temporary one. Besides, it'll be a test of how committed I am.
How'd you make that out?
Well, it'll be a test to see whether I can keep the faith. Not get broken down, turned into one of them. Like Winston Smith in Room 101.
What's Room 101?
You've not read 1984? George Orwell? Yeah, Big Brother, the Thought Police. Oh, you got to read it. In fact, hang on. Yeah, where's my anarchist shirt?
You can't wear that.
No, it's all right. I can wear it under a plain shirt.
I'll see you later, love. Hey, you better look sharp if you want to lift.
You mean you want me to start back straight away?
Yep, got a big order to get out, so it's all hands on the deck.
Oh, I need a day off to recover.
From what?
From the trauma of being harassed.
Now, don't you press your luck.
All right, it'll take me 10 minutes to get ready, though.
Just hurry up, come on.
I'm quite looking forward to going back, actually, just to see the look on Deirdre's face.
Now, you promised me you'd be on your best behaviour.
Mike, you are so easy to wind up.
Who's your friend?
First aid accessory for resuscitation purposes and such like. I must say that surgical supply shop in Martha Street, it's a real Aladdin's cave. You could spend hours in there.
Does this mean you'll be practising mouth-to-mouth on that thing whenever there's a lull?
No, of course not. We're holding the class in here tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they normally held it in the church hall at St Mary's, but the roof collapsed in on them last month. During the class, actually.
Oh, nobody was hurt.
Only minor cuts and bruises, which they covered the week before. So I've offered them temporary respite here until Lester can find something more permanent.
Excuse me? Is there anybody sitting here?
Sorry about that.
Would you like to just wait there?
What she told me. And then you should have seen this.
I'll get it.
I said, oh, she's quick off the mark this morning.
Yeah, she thinks it's Ashley.
Well, at least it gives the customers a good impression, right?
Well, it's just till she realises it's not him.
I'll put it up till Tuesday.
Right, sorry about that.
Now, look, I do not want any trouble.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be. Will you excuse me for a second?
Oh, there's something I wanted to show you. I knew you were coming in. Just
What do you want?
Come to see you.
You going to throw your weight around?
I were out of order the other week. I know that. I just want to talk to you.
Well, that's a first.
Look, we can't talk here. What time's your dinner break?
I'll get stuffed.
I'll be in the pub over the road.
I think you'll be even less welcome over there than you are in here.
Not if I go and make me peace. Tom, please, just give us a chance.
I've got to get back to my client.
Jeffrey Nugent, Tim Munson, team leader. Running a little late, I'm afraid. One of the panels had to go out and sort a minor crisis.
It's all right. I'm in no hurry.
It should only be a couple of minutes. Can I get you a cup of coffee?
No, you're all right.
Ever worked for the benefits agency before?
No.
Any other civil service department?
No.
So why are you interested in joining us?
What do you think?
It's a reasonable question. You have come for an interview as a claims processor.
Well, let me see. There's a job satisfaction, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what could be more satisfying than cajoling people into low-paid jobs which are beneath them?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and then there's the fact that I like harassing people. making them feel like scroungers. Oh, not to forget the challenge of helping to cut benefits to single mothers, pensioners for disabled, safe in the knowledge that every penny saved is going to be used to buy nuclear weapons.
I take it you're a bit of a lefty.
Oh, please, the left in this country's completely lost its way. I'm an anarchist.
So am I.
Tom said I'd find you here.
Yeah, I'm hoping Ashley might call. Do you fancy a sarnie? I've made one.
Oh, no, thanks. I've got to get back. I came to ask you a favour, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I'd really, really like to see Tom tonight, but I need an alibi. You don't mind if I tell Philip I'm going out with you, do you?
No chance.
Oh, please, Max.
If you want to play with her, feel free, but don't involve me in it.
Oh, go on, just this once.
I don't know how you can even think about seeing someone when you're going to get married in a month. Just makes a total mockery of the whole thing.
It's just a bit of fun. Tom's so cute.
Fun? You're having an affair behind your fiancé's back. Something like Jerry Springer.
Loads of people have affairs.
Yeah, usually after they're married.
All right, you won't help me fine, but don't lecture me.
No, I will actually, Manny, because I think what you're doing is wrong. And sooner or later, somebody's going to get hurt.
I'm off then.
Either call it off with Tom.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Or you've got to call off your wedding.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. I've been on more marches than you've had at dinners. Anti-vivisection, anti-nuclear. Anti-road building's my real passion. Spent 200 days underground once.
No.
Dilbury Bypass, 1991. I would have won as well if someone hadn't tipped off the sheriff.
You were at Diddlebury?
Yeah.
Oh, so was I. I don't remember you.
Well, there were over 2,000 of us by the finish, and of course I didn't look like this. I had a massive beard and dreads.
It's getting you 2 minutes!
What are you doing not working here?
Well, I had to take the job or else they'd have stopped me benefits. And the money's not bad either.
Yeah, but how do you reconcile it to your beliefs?
Why should people making claims be left at the mercy of the fascists? And believe me, there's plenty of fascists around here.
What, you mean you're an infiltrator?
Put it this way. If I was a single mum, or a pensioner, or a disabled person, I'd want someone like me or you sorting out my claim.
I'd never thought of it like that.
Ian's back. Would you like to come through, please, Mr. Nugent?
Thanks.
It proves that marriage is a sham, though. If Cropper's out buying sex dolls.
So hang on, he was just walking down the street with it under his arm, was he?
Brazen as you like. He's got some front, I'll give him that. Hey up.
All I've come in for is to apologise and to ask you to shake my hand. I'm very sorry about what happened. And I'd like to offer everyone here a drink on me to make amends.
Oh, you can't get further than that, Vinnie, me old velvet.
I don't know, I'm going to have to ask the landlady.
Oh, come on. It's not every day we get a celebrity in here. You can't bar him.
Go on, then.
Hey, mine's a pint. Hey, the way you shoved that lad of yours the other day.
I'm not proud of what I did.
Oh, of course not. No. I'm just saying it. It didn't have to take me back to your playing days, like. Hey, Crush. Hey!
I know we can't just be friends, that's obvious.
You can say that again.
When I start thinking about it going beyond a friendship, I mean a real relationship, it just scares me to bits.
Well, I'm not surprised.
I must be mad. When you think of what he did to me, I should be chasing after him with a bread knife, not snuggling up to him on a settee.
Well, you obviously feel a lot for him.
Yeah, but is that a good thing, or am I being totally stupid?
You're the only one who can answer that, Sharon.
Well, I know what Rita would have to say about the subject, and Natalie for that matter.
Well, it's not their life, is it?
I know, it's mine. But what kind of life am I letting myself in for? Going out with a man I know I can't trust.
Well, maybe you can trust him. Maybe he's changed.
Yeah, but how'd you prove that?
Well, there is one thing I want to say to you, and I don't want this to influence you in either way, but, you know, it's much easier to slip back into something that you already know than it is to move on.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's what I am doing.
Yeah, well, we've all done it.
Well, there's only one thing for it then. I'll just have to stop seeing him altogether. Once and for all.
Well, that's a bit drastic, isn't it?
No, but it's the only way. I know that we can't just be mates. In fact, I'm going to phone him today and tell him.
What?
What's all this?
Hey, I've been down the market. I thought we could have a veggie curry for tea.
Brilliant.
Oh, and I got you this.
What is it?
Open it and see.
1984 by George Orwell. Spider, you can't afford to be wasting your money on presents.
Yes, I can. I got the job. I start Monday.
They told you there and then?
Yeah, the bloke who interviewed me, he said I'd make a brilliant addition to the team.
Listen, I've been thinking about this all day. I don't think you should work there.
No, you listen. I am well chuffed about it.
You're only putting on a brave face for my sake.
No, listen. There's someone there I know. Well, used to know. Oh, look, give us handle all of this and I'll tell you about it.
Well, I think you're jumping the gun. You should be studying in tandem with the classes.
I'm just trying to get to grip with the basics. What's an anaphylactic shock?
A severe allergic reaction.
You've already read this, haven't you?
Well, I skimmed through it on the bus.
You must have a brilliant memory, Roy.
Oh, I'll be all right in theory. It's the hands-on aspect that I'm nervous of. I've never been a very physical person.
I wouldn't say that.
Ah, Lester, you found us.
Is it all right if I bring the bike in? Only I don't like to leave it.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah.
That's very kind. Evening, Haley.
Oh, Lester.
Well, the room looks more than adequate. Oh, and thank you both for coming to the rescue, so to speak.
Well, it's not ideal, but I don't think you'll have any complaints about the tea and coffee making facility.
So I see. Although I do insist that volunteers pay for their refreshments.
Oh, no.
No, we mustn't take advantage. Speaking of volunteers, any sign of anyone yet?
Well, not yet, but it is early. We're just starting to get ready.
Right then, I'll give you a hand then, shall I?
Ah.
Maxine?
I'm in here.
Whatever's the matter? Where's Ashley?
He's in Iceland.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs, then you have the makings of a volunteer member of the Weatherfield First Aiders. If you also know how to apply a triangular bandage, then so much the better. But why join? Why go through the gruelling induction, the endless training modules? What's in it for you? Roy, what do you hope to get out of joining?
Oh, well, I'd like to think that I was equipped to deal with an emergency should one arise, because we have had one or two incidents on the premises.
Peace of mind, basically. Haley.
Oh, well, I've always been fascinated by anything medical.
You're attracted by the glamour of it.
Oh, well...
No, go on, admit it. We've all seen the medical dramas on the telly and thought, I wish that was me. Aye, being a volunteer does have its glamorous side. My nickname at work is George Clooney. I'm a bingo caller by profession, and a few months back, a jackpot winner got a little carried away running up to collect her winnings. She fell and sprained her ankle. In a matter of seconds, and to everyone's amazement, I was at her side performing the RICE procedure. Now, can anyone tell me what that stands for?
Oh, yeah, is it, rest, ice, compress, elevate?
Spot on. Well done, Haley.
Come on, sweetheart. What did he say?
He said it was all going fine until they got about halfway across the Atlantic and then they had a storm warning. They tried to avoid it, but they ended up sailing straight into it.
Oh, no.
It just sounds awful, Mum. They had to batten down the hatchets and everything, and he had to go below deck.
Dear me.
And he'd run out of seasickness tablets.
Could he not have radioed?
No, because a big wave knocked the mast over.
But he is all right, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he said eventually the storm died down, but by then they'd been forced back in themselves. So the skipper made them go for dry line to check the boat.
The poor lad.
They're in somewhere called Calavik. That's where he phoned from.
Has he got any idea when he'll get back?
Sometime next week. It's just the thought of him in a little cabin being tossed around by them big horrible waves.
He'll be all right, love. Don't you worry yourself.
He said the only thing that kept him going was the thought of me. Oh, and then he said...
What, love?
Can we go to Blackpool for our holidays next year?
And continue with chest compressions and ventilations until help arrives. Any questions? No? Roy, why don't you have a go?
No, I don't.
It's only a doll, Roy. It can't come to any harm. Lift the chin and tilt the casualty's head back to keep the airways open. Yeah, don't forget to check for any visible obstructions. Dentures. Pinch the nose with the fingers and thumb to keep the airway open. Gently.
Can somebody else have a go? It's all getting jumbled in my head.
It's okay, Roy. People spend years perfecting this. Why don't you just take 5 and we'll come back to you? Hayley, why don't you have a go?
Lift the chin and tilt the head.
Good.
Check for obstructions.
That's it. Deep breath. Seal your lips completely over the casualty's mouth. Blow firmly. Very good.
Hi. Yeah, come up.
Hiya.
Where have you been? I've been trying to ring you all afternoon.
The mobile's been on blink again. Sorry, I should have rung and let you know I was on my way, but... Look. Salesman of the month, 2nd month running.
Oh, great. Ian, I want to talk to you. Will you sit down a minute?
Yeah, and, well, I want to talk to you too, so... Tell you what, you get a couple of glasses and, I'll go and open this.
Lester's ever such a good communicator, don't you think?
Can we just concentrate on putting these chairs back where they belong?
Did you not enjoy the class, Roy?
I found it very instructive.
Why are you in a funny mood then?
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Come on, what is it? Something's put your nose out of joint.
Well, in that case, perhaps you had better step up and give us a perfect demonstration on how to put it back again.
Are you annoyed with me because I took more quickly to the resuscitation procedure?
No.
Roy Cropper, I never knew you had a macho streak in you.
Well, if I have, that's thanks to Lester or George Groovy or whatever he calls himself. The way he behaved.
And how was that exactly?
His manner with you was very flirty.
Rubbish.
At one point, I thought you were going to start practising artificial ventilation on each other. The rest of us didn't know where to look.
I have never heard such a load of codswallop in my life. And if you're thinking these thoughts, then we might as well give up first aid classes now. We are preparing to deal with life and death situation. That was the last thing on my mind.
Well, I'm not saying that it was intentional, not on your part, any road.
Might have known it were a bad idea. You were saying with Spanish lessons.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I just felt that everything I tried tonight was useless.
You've just got to give it time.
And that Lester is so dynamic. I'm sorry, when I feel threatened, I just lash out. I can't help myself.
Even if I were going to flirt with someone else, which I never would, It certainly wouldn't be with someone like Lester Middleman.
No.
He's all mouth and trousers. I prefer the strong, silent type, like you. Listen, why don't I go upstairs and make us a nice hot drink while you lock up?
Good idea.
It's like Sodom and flaming them all around here.
I'm just practicing me ventilation.
You won't lock it up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ian, I've been doing a lot of thinking since last night.
Me too. Listen, is it cold enough for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
I know what happened just came out of the blue.
Not exactly, no.
No. No, you're probably right. We both saw it coming.
Yeah, but...
And if we're going too fast, then fine, we can slow down. It's up to you. Look, I know we can't put the past behind us, and I've got a lot of ground to make up. But what I also know is, and I'm certain of this, okay, is that I want to be with you. More than anything in the world. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make that happen. I'm sorry, your turn. I keep interrupting.
Ian, I want you to stay the night.